Hey kids, it's Dad. It's Monday morning. Great weekend after double two big kid weekends in a row. I know grandparents are coming into town next weekend, so I won't get an opportunity to see you for a couple weeks, but that's okay. You're in and out a lot. Wanted to share with you an experience I had. Kind of emotional. We'll see if we can get through this. Um, uh, Saw a message from a lifelong friend, Peter, on his Facebook wall, and I got to read it. I got to read it word for word, so I apologize for that. He said, "Just had a very surreal experience. I've known Peter since kindergarten. His kindergarten, my first grade. He's a year younger than me. I was in line at Wendy's. This woman was ranting into her cell phone about how miserable her life was. I came up behind her, didn't say a word. She was oblivious to everything else. All of a sudden, she turns, looks at me, says hi, and says into her phone, 'Hey Chris, I gotta go. Maybe things aren't so bad after all,' and hung up. She thanked me. I asked, 'What for?' She said, 'For a reality check.' I smiled and said, 'She's welcome.' She asked me if I drive, saw my keys, and if I work. I said yes to both. I'm also married to a beautiful woman. I'm now sitting here eating lunch. She's a few tables away and is visibly emotional. I think I changed someone's life for the better just by coming in the door." Peter was born without any hands and without any feet. There's more to it than that, but that pretty much sends the picture. So Peter has been wheelchair bound since birth, and is just an amazing human being. Certainly, we've grown apart all these years, but we've followed each other on Facebook, and through elementary school, junior high, high school, we were close, and did all kinds of computer geeking together. But I remember very, very powerfully the first steps Peter ever took. I think I was in first grade or second grade, and he had just gotten artificial legs. And I remember the whole school just like stopping. It's like time stopped, and it was time. It was time. And I remember Peter taking these first steps down the hallway. And it's emotional to think about that. But what a powerful, surreal experience, going on to this term surreal, just to see him do something that we took for granted, and to think about how just being there, just his presence, changed the whole spin to that gal's day. So that sent me back. I actually, yesterday in church, used that story, mentioned it from the pulpit during a little introduction that I had to do. And that was an emotional time for all of us to think about the power of, the power Peter had. And certainly, Peter and I, we haven't seen each other in who knows, 20, 30 years. I don't think that matters. I think the power of the message is certainly in his words, and I appreciate him mentioning that and bringing that forward. So Peter, thank you so much. You made my day, and you've influenced me, all for the positive. And I think about what a difference we can make every day, and what, when we think things are really bad, we all have to put it into perspective, and we have to be thankful for a Heavenly Father upstairs who watches over us, who cares about us. And I loved his little line, is that I'm married to a beautiful woman. I am too married to a beautiful woman. I'm thankful for her. I love you, Madeline. I love you, Clara. I love you, Tommy. I love you, Emma. And I love you, Drew. I'm thankful for you, and I'm thankful for this experience.